Hello, it's me, Groucho, and tonight I am watching Ren's Money Game Part 3. I am extremely excited for this one because ever since my first Ren reaction video, which was to Hi Ren, people have been telling me in the comments that Ren's Money Game Part 3 is one of his only videos that is funded and therefore like has a higher uh budget behind it. And considering that at this point I've watched a lot of Ren videos with no budget or very little budget and have found them to be very well done. Uh, I believe that this video has the potential to blow me away. And I'm really, really excited for that. I've watched Money Game Part 1, which I thought was excellent with the singular shot and the storytelling. I just watched Money Game Part 2 earlier tonight and loved the lyric video and expressed my love for simple music videos and the reasoning behind that love. And now I'm going to watch Money Game Part 3, which has, from what I understand, had some money behind it. And so there's a lot of potential here, not just because of the money, but because of Ren. And so I'm really looking forward to watching this. I know some of you were really hoping that I would do, I think, all of the money games together, and I didn't do that, so I'm sorry for that, but I hope this makes up for it. I'm really looking forward to watching this video tonight, and that's really all I have to say about it. The world's in a crazy place. I think these songs um discuss that a little bit, and I will put in my 2 cents somewhere in between or at the end. So, with that all said, let's just dive in. Beautiful. Wow, I can already see them. I can already see the money. Okay, so Samuel shot High Ren and Power, and I know some other ones. I'm familiar with who Samuel is, and I'm very much a fan of his cinematography so far in my Ren journey. So I'm really looking forward to see what Samuel can do with a budget. Take it off. Take it off. Let's see you. Look at that handsome man. I love this already. I love how I'm gonna pause it right now while I can before he starts really singing. I love how he makes humming both an instrument and a vocal. Like, okay, my favorite band is Radiohead. One of my favorite bands of all time is Queen. I love UK music. I always have my whole life. I'm learning a lot more about it. I'm getting more involved with it as I listen to Ren videos and expand my repertoire into the idols and the streets. And um so there's plenty of UK artists I'm not familiar with and I'm learning, but I know a couple, and this is making me think of Queen with like the way that during live shows Freddie Mercury would just sort of mumble and hum and make noise, and people would repeat it, and that would be part of the show. And I could see a world where if Rin is big enough, and maybe he is, I don't know, maybe he does big shows, but if I could see a world where Ren does big shows and he does that thing that Freddie Mercury did where he hums and he murmurs and he makes noise and the audience builds on that. And I think that's so cool because most of the songs that I've found so far that I love by Ren, like Power and Murderer, uh really utilize that kind of singing and that kind of musical intrigue, and I just I love it, and it's immediately a character in this song, and alongside the gorgeous budgeted cinematography where they clearly had money and they were able to make real a vision that they had without any constraints is just so cool. I'm really a big fan. So I just wanted to say that. I'll back it up. I'll keep playing it.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man.
Now you're a man. Okay, I'm pausing there because I just need to comment on the similarity between this song and the Tales of Ginny and Screech. And I haven't watched Vincent's Tale yet. That's going to be one of my next ones. But this is something that Ren clearly excels at, is storytelling. And it makes me wonder, and maybe some of you guys know because some of you are very well versed in Ren lore and Ren history, whether he's ever written, like outside of music, like if he's ever written a book or a novel or I don't know, long form poetry or anything like that, because damn, he's really, really good at it. And I wanted to pause it earlier, but I didn't because he just was going and going. But this immediately reminds me of that. And Vincent's Tale is something that's been very much on my radar to watch ever since I've watched Tales of Ginny and Screech. But there's just a lot of stuff by Ren that I've been really curious about and wanted to check out before I got to that because I know that's something newer of his. Now that I'm watching this, I think that might be one of the next things I watch because I'm just so astounded by how well he pulls this kind of writing off. It's it's inspiring, I think is the word I'm looking for. Because I'm a writer. And when I watch this, it makes me want to write. And that's the most that I can ask of any creative individual ever. Uh you create art that's so compelling that it makes me want to create art. That's huge. And Rin does it fucking perfectly. So that's what I have to say so far. I'm gonna go ahead and back it up and let the video keep playing. But yeah, I really strongly feel that way.
17 and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18 and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19 he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20 double down deposits, 21 his income rockets. 22 he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23 a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24 he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25 and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26 a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27 dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28 inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race, you're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31 a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32 moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33 filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34 turf war with nobody to stop it, blind eye from the popo inside of his pocket.
I love that even at this stage in Ren's musical and video making career that the money hasn't blinded him from his vision. It's so clear, it's so evident that this is a Ren video that if I watched this without knowing that they had a budget for this video, I would have known it because I know filmmaking and I know what good filmmaking and what a budget looks like. But even outside of the money, which is ironic given what this video is and what this song is and what it's about, that I could have easily seen this as a Ren video because of the cinematography and exactly what the visuals are. This is a one-shot video in a nondescript warehouse kind of location, which is sort of his thing. I've paused the video in the middle of this one singular shot that's just following him around as he sings and expresses his thoughts on this dichotomy of ideas. And it feels so very Ren. And I think that's so fucking cool. I'm sure that as I continue to watch this video, it's going to continue to be a singular shot that follows him as he sings, and I'm going to continue to love it. And even if it's not at this point, I'm already sold on the fact that this is a Ren Gill music video because of the style of it, because of the color, because of the cinematography, because of him, and because of the lighting. All of it. It just points directly to his individual style. So it's really cool to me that with or without money, he has an established feel to his work that's so potent that with or without a budget, I can feel that style and point it out as being him.
houses with powder and guns. 34 turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
I didn't even realize that was a
He gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
And he's in the wheelchair. God, this is good. Damn, this is good. I could see where a cut could have happened there. It may not have, but I can see where one would have. A quartet?
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him. And it's a version of she. And it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music.
God, the strings were beautiful there. And look at this. This storytelling. Phenomenal.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
This is incredible. Oh, wow. And with the rain effect?
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father. It's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Damn. 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 That is a great fucking example of what a budget can get you if you want to make a simple but fantastic fucking music video. You don't need helicopters and explosives. You don't need cars driving at 120 miles per hour. All you need is creativity, thought, and a couple people behind you, and you can make something incredible. And it does take a little money, but it's better to use that for this than for the things he sings about. Thank you for being here. I will say I am currently exploring my horizons with reaction videos. I did recently do a reaction to the movie Blade Runner. If that's something that you're interested in watching, I unfortunately cannot post it on YouTube because of copyright issues and WB being very, very intense about said copyright issues, but it will be on my Patreon for free. So if you want to watch that, go ahead and follow the link to my Patreon down below. You can follow me for free on Patreon. You do not have to pay a cent. And you can watch my Blade Runner reaction and see any of the other for free content that I've posted on Patreon. No pressure to join financially. I just want to share what I'm doing with you guys. And since unfortunately this is a video that I wanted to share on YouTube and can't, this is the best way that I can do it. I'd love for you guys to watch it. So go ahead and check it out if that's something that interests you. If not, no worries. I will be coming out with more Ren content as well as more other reaction content very soon. So stick around, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Good night.